All right, welcome to educational video. Today we're going to be talking about how to get TradingView set up. Now, I personally use TradingView for my charting platform. There's plenty of other charting platforms that you can use, but I am personally a huge fan of how TradingView presents its interface, and it's very easy to use, as well as the brokerage list that you're able to use. You come here, get out of the paper trading account. Uh, we have, TradeStation, Awanda, Webull is in there, Forex.com, AMP, my personal brokerage, Tradeovate, Interactive, Iron Beam, um, all different types of brokers here. And so like you could use these to fill your orders while you're in there, but that's besides the point. What we're really going to talk about here is just getting TradingView set up and what you need to really know. So right now we're looking at NASDAQ on the 1 minute chart. Let's switch it to the daily. Um, we're looking at the December contract. What is the December contract? Well, let's go to our watch list. That is this top upper button right here. Um, this is some of the ones I am watching. As you can see, here's a NASDAQ continuous contract. You can see at each one of these is the switch of a new contract. So, for example, on September 8th, yep, that sounds about right, we switched from NQU to NQZ, which is why I'm using NQZ. Now I trade the micro contracts, which is why there's an M in front of it, but it's the same premise, NQZ 2023, and voila, right? So here, this addition symbol right here, that's how you can easily add these. Go, these markets, you could go and type in whatever you want. Let's say Apple. Go and find it and just add it to your watch list and it will appear there. And you can make different watch lists depending on what you want. So just pointing that out to you. There's also alerts that you can use when price goes to a certain point. For example, today I use this right here in the S&P 500 ES as price crossed this candle's high right here at 43.91 and 3/4. And so, I mean, you could find all these price points right here through your open, high, low, and close. Once again, that's all you need in price. This is a new chart, so volume is automatically plotted, but let's get this bullshit out of the way because all you need to know are these four numbers. All right. So if you are looking for a specific thing to happen or you want to get alerted when price gets to a certain area, alerts are a great way to do that. They'll pop up on your phone too. Uh, for me, like when I have my computer up and running, it'll just make a little beeping noise, make a beep. And that's it. And so I'll get alerted. There's tons of other things here. There's data windows, object trees, and you could see trending markets. I don't really use these at all. There's also an economic calendar here, which I'm just finding out about myself. So this is actually kind of clutch, kind of crucial. But I like to use my own economic calendar. But there's one here too. So yeah. And I think this little bar right here shows the level of importance. So if we go to tomorrow, there should be a little red news driver at 10:15 on the 8th. So yeah, this is why I don't really rely on this one. They don't have Mr. Fed Chair Powell, Papa Powell speech at 10:15. Very interesting. So I wouldn't rely on this, but I guess that's a feature. There's an ideas list here that I don't use. I just use a Discord for that. And yeah, that's it for this kind of right side. Um, you get to the left side of action, and this is where all your tools come in. Uh, very handy, very handy. I personally like to use Trendline, and that's just for like short-term stuff. You'll go into my live charts and you'll see lots of just short-term, like you know, this stuff like that, just very short. I'll never use a trend line as, dynamic resistance, this type of idea. It's all bullshit. So I like to use that. Horizontal ray is one of my favorites as it apply, you know, boom, old high. There's liquidity residing above that. Uh, I also like to use these templates so you can just quickly refer back to tools that you use very often. So one of them for me is I'm always marking liquidity buy side and sell side. And so I'll have that there. I'll place another one below this one. Just go to template real quick, sell side. The way you make these is you just, you make a line, you make it whatever color you want. We'll go label this example. You want to put it at the bottom right of each one, or we could put it in the center, middle, center, or maybe the bottom or the top of it. Let's just do middle for the example. You want to go, wait, yeah. So you want to right click on that exact line, save as, and then we'll just do example. And so now you could, place a horizontal line anywhere and just right click it, go to template, and boom, there's your saved preference. And then of course, if you want to delete it, you just go here, delete, voila. All right. What else do I like to use? Vertical line. Vertical line's cool for time purposes. For example, you could mark the start of October's trading right there. Yes, it's the second, but think of trading days because there's no trading action on the weekends. So Saturday and Sunday, nothing of that action. So it is very crucial for time purposes. What else? I like this rectangle right here, fib retracement. And there's also other things here that I don't really use. I feel like they're all kind of just distractions, except for the ones that you need to mark liquidity and inefficiencies and things that draw your price. So that's why I use like arrow marker too, and then the rectangle to show like fair value gaps like this. Boom, just nice and quick in your favorites toolbar. There's also a price note right here, so like if you get to a high, it'll mark that price out real time. If you look at this candle's high right here, it's the same exact number. That's the one I have on my screen right here. But yeah, I also use text a lot when I'm doing my trading montages or vignettes. Like I'll type out something, I'll be like, hey, look at this candle's low. Just really good for annotations, really, I would say. So yeah, this whole left side is just all your toolbars. That's all it really is. This little magnet right here is very crucial, as it helps you easily lock onto and like snap to your open, high, low, or close value. So like when I go on a candle, it'll automatically lock me right there. You see that? To the low of it. And if I want the open, boom, there it is. See how I'm dragging my mouse, but it's not going just like where my crosshair is. It's going to those exact price points. When I turn this off, it's going to apply it wherever I want it. It's not going to automatically snap to it. I could place it wherever. But when I use the magnet, it goes straight to one of those price points. So yeah, very, very helpful in my opinion. I always have it on. You can lock all your drawings so they don't move. I'm trying to move it right now. You can't move it. Take it off. You can move it. Um, Control Z or this button right here, the undo, that undo something, or you could redo it, whatever. And that's Control Y. So Control Z, Control Y. You feel? So this right here is very crucial if you're using two charts. Say you're looking at price through a 4-hour chart here. Um, this will disappear when it is linked. See that? Same market, just different time frames. And yeah, you can see how visually it's different, but it stays synced when you use it. So like when there's two options. There's either just in this layout or the new drawings will sync globally. So I like to use just the layout just because it's for specific purposes. If it were global, then every time that you pull up your contract or the symbol, it's going to apply to every single one. And that's not very beneficial, I would say, as you're going to be looking at different subjects on different layouts. For example, I have an entire layout just labeled new week opening gap. And what these are just price with all of the new week opening gaps that have occurred. And if this was global, it would be on this as well, and it would just fill up the entire screen. So that's not what I really want. Um, that's why I use layouts. Getting up to the top half of this action, you can quickly go to a new symbol right here. Just type it in and it'll bring it up. Let's go Apple or something. Boop, there it is, Apple. Um, let's go back to our, let's use another example. You could just press that and boom, we're right back. So that's another way you can do it. You can also compare or add a symbol here. So like if I want to just look and compare at the S&P 500 and NQU, I could just do this, add it in a new pane. Boom, now it's at the bottom of that. Could collapse it, get rid of it. I can even plot it on the same scale. So it's on there, kind of like an indicator, but just applying a different chart. I don't really like to use it like that though. But yeah, that's another feature. And then we have our time frames right here. Um, this might look different for you. I like, I think that it anchors anything that you favorite. So I have, the second chart, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minutes, an hour, 4 hours, and then all of these right here. That's why I'm able to see all of them. And it's just the different time frames that you could use. So whatever suits you, whatever floats your boat, add that. Here changes the different type of chart that you're looking at. Right now we're looking at candlesticks. We could change these to the column bars. So, like open, low, high, and close. It's the same thing, same data, just much harder to see, which is why I don't use it, of course. And yeah, but yeah, you could all change this with that, please. Sorry for the interruption. Um, yep, here we have a whole lot of bullshit. I don't even click that. Another more bullshit. Don't even use that. And then we have this little market replay mode, which is pretty cool. So you could see like price before it happens. Really good for back testing. Um, you could see, what price does before it happens. So like when price gets here, I'm like, oh, this looks like it's a potential fair value gap. We'll see what price does the following day because there's an imbalance from this candle's low, and if price doesn't reach up to that high, pause. If price doesn't reach up to this low on the high of the candle, then we have an inefficiency. And then boom. Oh, now we have a fair value gap. So you can see them forming before they happen versus rather just looking at hindsight data straight up. And it's kind of cool. Yeah, there's that feature. And now we're going to get into this. Here's your layouts. I think you need to pay for a premium if you want to see more charts. Like I can't see 16 because you need to upgrade it. But no, I could look at 2 at a time and more. But yeah, that's just your layout, whatever you feel. Actually, kind of crucial as you're able to differentiate what time frame you're on, where you're at in price, and this might fly over your head, but just the time and price continuum, which is very crucial in your understanding of trading. Don't even use this button. Here's your chart settings. Really cool. You could change what your symbol looks like. Right now I have my candles looking like yin and yang, but if I wanted to, I can make them yellow and, boom, you know. So I'm not going to do that, but you could tinker around with that. I have different, templates that I like to use. This was my theme during October. Now that it's November, we switch back. And then yeah, you're trading. You could throw your buy and sell buttons up in here so you could just easily access that. Uh, Executions, stuff you could just toy around with and experiment with. Right here we have full screen mode, just kind of self-explanatory, makes everything full screen. And then right here you have a snapshot. This is really cool as you can take pictures of your charts and place them in a database, um, which is very crucial for traders as you will be journaling for the rest of your life and you're going to need your chart pictures to go along with your annotations. So you could tap that, either download it or copy it, whatever you want. You can even tweet it. Um, and yeah, there's shortcuts too. So Control Alt S is download, Control Shift S is copy. So if I want to copy it, I just hold Control Shift S and boom, chart copy to clipboard. Then I could go and paste it wherever, even if it's on here. And yeah, I would say that's about it for the introduction to TradingView. I got all this down here. Yeah. Oh yeah, this little button right here, probably one of the most clutch things ever. I'm pretty sure you need premium to use it, but you can go to price at a very specific time in a very specific time frame. Um, this is actually very crucial for back testing and going back and where you want to go and find setups and where they form. But I will make another video on this soon. So right now, it's just kind of introducing you to what TradingView has to offer and how you can operate it. So I hope you found this one insightful. Until next time, safe trading.